In our discussion before the show, you noted that, as you said, data security systems put in place 10 plus years ago aren't keeping up with the massive amounts of data processed today, leading to increased hacks and breaches. So, one of the first things I usually like to ask about is how the business has changed since you first entered. So in this case, that's an extra crucial question. So give me a then and now, as you were just discussing with some of these things, but give me a then and now on what data security systems were like back then, and what they didn't implement or couldn't have known about, and what data systems and data quantities, would be like today if they had implemented that.
Yeah, so I think there's a variety of factors that go into that, right? So when we were securing our systems 10 years ago, we didn't really have the connectivity or the belief that we can just call a function over the internet, right? Today with RPC, today with all these different APIs and all these smart IoT devices that we have today, data is being exchanged at rates previously never seen before, right? Every year we create more data than we've previously created for all the years before combined. And so, it's pretty unbelievable. And so ask yourself, how is it possible that the approach of translating what we did with, putting security guards or having point solutions, how does that translate in the digital world where data moves at a speed where we can barely keep up? And so as a result, we just have to come at it with a different approach. There's no longer a way where I can buy and protect the perimeter, because that doesn't mean you're safe. The old age advice of, being able to be in control is to minimize risk is now actually more of a liability, right? And so, and also this is compounded by the fact that when we saw Google and the way they were able to use heterogeneous computing to be able to, do like MapReduce and extract value from their data, every company wanted to become a data company, obviously, as we know. And so they started acquiring all these different data, all these different data sets, and trying to extract and analyze this information. 10 years ago, that was all the rage. It still is today, but now we have these privacy laws and regulations that have been passed that are effectively causing what we previously put into our balance sheet as an asset is now mostly a liability. And the idea is, if we were to understand where were the transformational shift that happened before in the history of humanity, it's when we digitized banking. Before, you and I would be carrying cash or cowrie shells or gold bullions. And if we were, if somebody held us up and took that from us, that was gone. And so by building trust infrastructure and removing the value of money from the physical possession of money itself, we're able to build the commerce foundations and the trust foundations that enable the economy today. And that's the big realization with VGS. The business has changed over the past 5 years because we're starting to understand what is the de-risking of data look like in the same manner that we've de-risked transactions and money today.
New episodes of Cyberwork are available every Monday at 1 p.m. Central. And don't forget to claim your free month of Infosec skills. Sign up using the code Cyberwork and you'll get unlimited access to hundreds of courses, hands-on labs, certification practice exams, skills assessments, and more. Use code Cyberwork for Infosec skills.